Why stop at one hero when we can show you all of them?
Heroes are forged in darkness, defined by sacrifice. There is still hope for the multiverse.
Here we go.
We do not back down from a fight.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Now or never.
Zombies! Great idea!
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
Hey!
Who needs a plan? I have a shield.
What happened to you? You will see.
Witness the biggest heroes of the multiverse.
Or small, if you catch my drift.
What if?
You know what they say when you're out of luck. Always go duck.
I'm pretty sure no one says that.
Now streaming only on Disney+.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my Marvel What If Episode 9 finale trailer video. The Multiverse Avengers teaming up to fight Ultron with all 6 Infinity Stones. So everyone press F to pay respects to the multiverse. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I will be doing Hawkeye episodes after this, and I'll be doing videos for What If Season 2, which sounds like it's going to premiere next year based on their plans. But there were a lot of questions about what was happening at the end of Episode 8 with Ultron and all 6 Infinity Stones going into different universes and the Infinity Stones still working. I'll answer what's going on with that, also what's going on with all the different characters from the episodes coming back to team up in this Multiverse Avengers team, or Exiles if you're a big comic book fan. It's the same concept, a bunch of characters from different universes forming their own team. All the merchandise that they're selling for the What If, all the toys and stuff, just bill them as the Guardians of the Multiverse. So I think that's what they're going to be calling them in the future seasons of the show. But as I said, probably the biggest comment that I saw in my What If Episode 8 video was, why did Ultron's Infinity Stones work outside the normal MCU dimension inside the Watcher's space that exists between the different universes of the multiverse? And why did his Infinity Stones work when they started to punch each other through the different universes? Because if you're a longtime comic book reader and you watch the Loki series, for the most part, the Infinity Stones become useless outside of the universe that they came from. The main reason why Marvel did that in the past, like there's an important reason why Infinity Stones aren't supposed to work outside of their own universe, is because if Infinity Stones from any universe worked, then that would completely break the story. Anybody could use the Space Stone, for example, to travel into an alternate reality and assemble another Infinity Gauntlet right after Avengers Endgame. And Marvel doesn't want everybody and their sister to be wielding an Infinity Gauntlet right after they just got done with the Infinity Saga. That was what the whole joke on Loki was also meant to be about. Like, it was meant to be a cool twist to show you how powerful the TVA seemed, how powerful Kang seemed, just to make Loki frightened because he seemed so sure of himself. But the joke about them not working, them being used as paperweights in the TVA, was also kind of meant to wink from behind the camera with the writers and Kevin Feige, the Marvel producer, saying, these Infinity Stones, they're not going to be a big plot device going forward into Marvel Phase 4. Like, we did this for like 10 years in the movie, setting this Infinity Saga up. They were MacGuffins for a long time. We're not going to go right back to that. But here's the problem they ran into with the What If TV series. So the whole idea is that animation takes way longer than live action. So for example, there are just a lot of twists that they used on the Loki series that they didn't write till after they'd already started working on the What If episodes and decided what the plot of What If was going to be. So they'd already committed to Ultron wielding a version of the Infinity Stones before the Loki writers wrote that big twist with the Infinity Stones. Had they known that, they probably would have added some extra explainers to the What If episodes to explain how it is that Ultron is able to use these Infinity Stones in different realities. So if it seems like a continuity issue and it just doesn't totally make sense based on what you've seen in the Marvel movies so far, or if you're a longtime comic book reader, what you've read in the comics, it's just a result of the practical problems that they run into trying to do animation and weaving that in with the continuity of the live action stuff, because it takes so much longer to do animation. And even though the show is meant to be canon, because it's animation, I think they're a little more forgiving with the actual continuity of the series itself. Most of those small things don't bother me because, for example, going into What If Season 2, Ultron with all 6 Infinity Stones is not going to be the big bad again. It'll be some other big threat. And I know you all have questions about how they're going to weave in with the plot of Kang and the Multiverse War, because that's like the big thing during Marvel Phase 4 right now. But because What If got started before they decided that Kang was going to be one of the main villains of Marvel Phase 4, that's why you don't see him anywhere on the series. Ant-Man 3, Quantumania hadn't happened, the Loki series hadn't happened, so they couldn't do Kang yet. They didn't know that they were going to do Kang on Loki, and they didn't know the main version of Kang the Conqueror of the MCU, the true Kang the Conqueror, was going to be the main villain of Ant-Man 3 yet. The reason why they don't really run into these issues with a lot of the live-action Disney Plus series or the Marvel movies is because the plot of each of them is so different, and if they have crossover moments, it's really just like a post-credit scene, whereas What If is a multiverse series trading on a lot of the same tropes as the Loki series, so there were bound to be all kinds of minor continuity issues. But at the end of Episode 8, Ultron almost winds up killing the Watcher Uatu, who slinks off back to the universe where Dark Doctor Strange has holed himself up in that special magical bubble meant to protect him from the destruction of his universe. So right now, the space inside that protective bubble is the only bit of his universe that is left. That's another one of the rules that they're kind of crazy on. Like, you would think that his Doctor Strange would be able to travel into another dimension if our Doctor Strange from the MCU, like main Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange from the live-action movies, has been able to travel to other dimensions. Also, he still has the Time Stone, so are we going to have a situation where you have multiple versions of the Infinity Stones in the finale against each other? Like I said, another minor continuity issue going on. Even during Avengers Endgame, when there were multiple different Infinity Gauntlets flying around, it was the same 6 Infinity Stones just being passed between 2 different gauntlets. But now, Dark Doctor Strange and the Watcher are going to go around to the different universes from the previous episodes that we saw to recruit all the main heroes from each universe to become part of their big Multiverse Avengers team. But part of this, when they go to each of the different characters in the finale, is them showing you what happened next in each of the episodes. Like what happens with Shuri and Pepper Potts teaming up with the Dora Milaje to fight Killmonger Black Panther in their universe. What happened with Ego the Living Planet inside the T'Challa Starlord universe when he met his version of Peter Quill to enact his plan to terraform their universe into more extensions of his body. What happened with Captain Carter, because it seems like more time has progressed in her timeline of present day, she's wearing the Winter Soldier stealth version of her Captain Britain-looking costume, implying that in her universe they've had something akin to their own version of the Hydra Winter Soldier storyline from that movie. They'll show you what happened next with the zombie version of Thanos and his zombie Infinity Gauntlet, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Head in a Jar Ant-Man also coming back from that episode to be part of the Guardians of the Multiverse team. And a lot of you are now asking, where did this version of Gamora come from, which universe, because we haven't seen her wearing Thanos' armor yet. I believe that she probably came from the deleted Iron Man episode that the showrunner talked about, the one where Iron Man went to Sakaar instead of the Hulk during the plot of Thor Ragnarok. Had they done his episode, I think that version of Iron Man from the special Sakaar episode would have probably survived and come back for the finale, though. I think they confirmed that they were going to push that episode into Season 2, though, so they might change it just a little bit because they're already using this version of Gamora, or they may have changed where she came from. But then you see the footage of Party Thor meeting with Dark Doctor Strange, talking about zombies. Oh, zombies, I get it now. That's also where the other footage of Party Thor is like, wait, slow down. Not everybody understands. I understand me. I totally get everything that you're talking about here with the multiverse. You see him fighting Ultron's army inside his version of Vegas. We don't know exactly which planet the final battle is going to take place on, but eventually they will rally on the same planet. And the whole idea is that they'll use Black Widow from this reality, from Ultron's original reality, with Arnim Zola's backup inside the Ultron robot to disable Ultron long enough, or at least slow him down long enough for them to destroy his body and take the Infinity Stones from him. Because that's really all they need to do. Once you take the Infinity Stones from him, he's just regular Ultron again. We'll see if the Watcher winds up fixing any of the foobarred universes that he pulls the heroes from, because a couple of the universes did completely get tanked, like Dark Doctor Strange's universe doesn't even exist anymore. But Black Widow, for instance, when they take the Infinity Stones back, she could go back to her universe with the Infinity Stones and either snap them or have someone else who's more powerful snap them and reverse all the damage that Ultron did to their reality. The only character that they've absolutely confirmed will come back in Season 2 is Captain Carter, but there might be a couple other characters that come back as part of this Multiverse Avengers team. I think the idea, though, is that they'll cycle the roster season to season, so we'll see completely different characters during Season 2 for the most part. They didn't confirm what all the episodes of Season 2 will be, but they did say that they would start incorporating the plots and the characters from the brand new movies. So you see Shang-Chi characters eventually, you'll see Eternals characters show up in What If. We'll see versions of Kang show up on What If eventually. If you have any big questions about what's going on with the finale or What If Season 2 or even the Hawkeye series or stuff that's coming up, just leave them in the comments below and I'll add that to my future videos. My Venom post-credit scene video will post later tonight because the movie's out. Make sure you go see it when you have a chance. I've got a full breakdown video Easter eggs for that'll also post this weekend. Everyone click here for my full What If Episode 8 video and Easter eggs, and click here for my brand new Spider-Man No Way Home trailer video for all the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield Easter eggs. Thank you so much for watching, everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.